Yo, check this out.
Previously heard. Good Hope FM. Let's go.
Come and sing it like celebrating all things local talent.
This is Spotlight SA, exclusive to the Hit 30.
Know where we're from, proud of our roots.
And a very good morning to you. I'm so glad that you're doing so much better. We went to chat to you last week, and everything was coming out the top and the bottom, and you were like, guys, you do not want to see me right now.
Yeah,
I am not
I
ready.
was like, we need to reschedule. So yeah, thank you for rescheduling for me.
Welcome to the Hit 30. It's so
Thank you.
wonderful to have you here. Pixie
Thank
Whip
you.
officially here with her brand new single called Spirited Boy.
Yes.
What has life been like since we last caught up? Tell me about everything.
So busy, so
Yeah.
crazy. Just trying to find balance between life and work and everything in between. So I think that's a daily practice, just prioritizing like mental health, which is something I wanted to also talk about today. I wanted to be transparent and not be like, yeah, I'm good and everything's great, and just actually be like, this industry is quite intense, and so I think it's important to just find balance. So that's where I'm at. So this week I'm having a better week, but it's been a lot. I've been under a lot of pressure. I've been doing like back-to-back shows, which is insanely amazing. I played in Joburg on Sunday. I played at Up the Creek the weekend before, which was wild. And I've just been like producing a lot, finishing up this EP. Just been busy, but all really good stuff.
Thank you for your vulnerability on that. It's good to know. What are the things that put musicians like yourself under so much pressure? Is it the level of competition? Is it the how hard it is actually to do anything really? Is it bad? What is it? What is the pressure?
I think there's so many levels to it, and there's so many things. But for me, it's like the not being able to kind of have an off day. I think you always have to like appear super smiley and sort of like entertaining, and you can't really just sometimes be a human. But I don't think that's necessarily anyone else. I think it's like we put that pressure on ourselves to always be perfect all the time, and so to kind of just shine a light on that, it's very much, especially on social media when you're posting everything and you only post the good stuff. I think it's like that in real life. Being in entertainment, you're kind of only allowed to talk about like all the good things.
Delusion, I could probably relate with that. Isn't it? Like anybody in the media, I suppose, because you're on radio, you're on air, you're on social.
Yeah, you guys relate.
It's such a bummer to be boring and to be having a rough time, right?
And
People don't want to
that's the
see
thing.
that.
You're always just trying to be super joyful because that's what they expect from
Yeah.
you. Everyone just expects you to be super happy and jovial. But 99% of the time, there's so much going on
So much.
inside.
Delusion goes, and then the mic goes on. She's like, good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
It's harder to hide on TV, but like I feel like on radio it's a bit easier. But you have to perform as well. So how do you find a way to switch that off and just almost change? Is it an ego thing? Like, you know how Beyonce has Sasha Fierce? Is that something that you have to do as well?
I suppose, a little bit like that. Stepping into like my stage presence, but honestly, breathing exercises, meditation. I know it's like we talk about it all the time, and I'm someone that was always like, I'll get to meditation, like I'll do it one day, but I've been practicing, and wow, like what a difference it's made. Just mindfulness, so you can catch yourself having anxiety, just so that like you can catch yourself having thoughts that don't need to be there, and be like, cool, I don't need to be thinking about that right now, push it out the way. I think it's really important. So like I had my best friend, also community and support. So I had my best friend with me in Joburg because I'm from Jersey, and I was super anxious before going on stage. Sometimes I'm fine, and then other times I'm just like haven't slept well, other things going on, all this like mental chatter. And so she kind of just took my hands and did like a huge breathing exercise with me before, which was insane and like helped me a lot. So I think just like remembering that you can just kind of return to your breath.
Love this.
Yeah,
And then come back to yourself.
honestly.
All right. Pixie, you mentioned your social media earlier on and the pressures that come with that. But I must ask you something, because we follow you. We love watching your journey. What is your obsession with disco balls?
Okay, so the disco ball, but it's funny because like Spirited Boy is not really like a disco track. In fact, none of the songs on the EP are potentially disco. It is all kind of dance orientated. But the disco ball is that whole analogy of like tiny little broken pieces that all fit together to create this thing that's really beautiful. Yeah, I think that's like me.
You are a true artist, honestly. Take you to find a disco ball and make it poetry.
Yeah.
So you've obviously brought Spirited Boy for us today, and I want to play it for Cape Town, but a quick little prelude to the track itself. What do you want people to listen out for or feel as they listen to this track?
I suppose all the love and effort that I've put into the song, also the vulnerability. I've always like been very afraid to write a love song because I don't know why. I think I've always just been afraid to be vulnerable in that sense, and I wanted to write something that was like very specific to dedicate to my boyfriend. And also it's basically just a comment on this, like, you know, to not forget that we're all souls and we all have spirit and we all have access to like the spirited part of ourselves. So it was aimed towards him, but it's kind of like it's an homage to like the free spirit and that part of ourselves that, you know, I think we tend to forget in all the busyness and in all the things of capitalism and all this stuff. It's just to remember that we're all like human beings at the end of the day. So that's basically what that song's about. Yeah.
29 minutes after 11. This is Spirited Boy by Pixie Whip. We'd love your thoughts on WhatsApp 071 286 0639.
Celebrating all things local talent.
This is Spotlight SA, exclusive to the Hit 30.
Oh, my hat. We are loving this. We are loving it
Good.
so much.
Yay.
I'm definitely hearing a bit of Tate McRae, says Delucia. Sabrina Carpenter in there from the vocals, and then the sort of talking over the tracks are so gaga. And it has such a nice international sound about it production-wise. So
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. Woo woo. Pat myself on the shoulder a little bit as well.
Beautiful. And I just wanted to also spend a bit of a moment, because you said this is an ode to your boyfriend,
Yes.
who's played a very important role in your life and is somebody, and I think I could feel that even towards the end of the track as you were just saying thank you to him for all that he has been to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that that he brings to your life?
We've been together for 3 years, and we're just very, how would you say it? We're very kindred spirits, mind the pun. We are both very free-spirited. He's also someone who he just has this way of not compromising on anything that isn't in alignment with his soul. And I think that I've really needed to have someone like that in my life to remind me to come back to what's good for my soul and my spirit. So I don't know. It's also this song was it was influenced by a song by Green Tea Pen called Soul Boy. So, still like an artist. I was very influenced by her writing that song. And it's like same vibe. She's kind of just, this whole song is like a gratitude letter to someone she calls a soul boy. And, it's kind of like, she's like, I want to thank you, soul boy. And it's like this whole reggae dub thing. And I was listening to it and I was like, tick, writing on my notes. And I was like, okay, that's what Ricky is. Like, he's a spirit boy, he's a soul boy. That's exactly what he is. And I was like, I'm also kind of like a spirit girl. Like, I'm someone who I don't want to do things that don't feel good for my spirit. And it's not about ignoring things in life that we have to do. It's just about remembering that to come back to that. I don't know.
I come from a generation that sort of spirited, free-spirited thing sounds like barefoot and no deodorant on. That's the generation that I grew up in. I think my husband is very similar to you guys. Very sort of free-spirited, very much follows his gut chakra, believes that it's aligned and what the universe is for me. And I really struggle. I really struggle to sort of align with that sort of sense of being. But I do envy the freedom that comes with something like that. Something that you can feel, I don't know, just you trust yourself. You are your own guide.
Yeah, this is the thing, is that he's not even someone who necessarily meditates or does yoga or any of those sort of stereotypical
So he doesn't have
things.
long hair and surfs in Kumiki.
No, he does.
Oh my God, I see.
He's got long, gorgeous, curly hair. Doesn't live in Cornwall, lives in Bloberg. But he does.
Does he wear deodorant?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
He does. Really.
Store-bought deodorant. He doesn't rub rocks underneath.
No. The store-bought deodorant, although no shade to anybody who does that kind of thing. But no, it's very much like he manages to do it in a modern way. Does that make sense?
I get you. He's like a new age hippie.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
So we know he likes
please
grass.
Don't shout at me for saying that.
Okay. Well, he's your spirited boy, and we are loving it on Good Up FM. And well done on making it into our playlist. We look forward to seeing the song creep onto the chart, perhaps.
Yes.
You also got some new music coming out that you're going to tease for us later. Do you want to tell us a bit of a sneak peek of what we can expect?
Absolutely. So this next song is called Cinnamon Whiskey, and it's also so it's one of those songs where I don't really know what it's about. It was just something that came out. Sometimes that's what happens with songs, which I think is kind of not great for interviews, because it's I don't know what to tell you. It just came out. It came about. It was a song that I actually wrote years ago in uni, and it was just guitar and vocals, and then I kind of reproduced it and made it more Pixie and dancey.
Dope.
But it's called Cinnamon Whiskey, and it comes out on the 7th of March, and it's part of this Mood Butterfly EP. So Spirited Boy being the first single, Cinnamon Whiskey is going to be the second single, and then the whole EP comes out in April.
Well, Cape Town, you in for a very pleasant surprise, because Pixie Whip is going to perform a Cinnamon Whiskey for us live today.
Which wasn't planned, by the way, guys.
Yeah, we did tell her, you have to perform something. And we did, put her in a corner and tie her to the side and say you can't leave unless you perform. So she chose performance over death, and so we get to taste...
I'm stoked. I'm excited.
We get a taste with our ear holes, Cinnamon Whiskey, a little bit later on the Hit 30. So looking forward to that. More from Pixie Whip next. You're also welcome to pop through your WhatsApp, 071 286 0639. And I also love the fact that Cinnamon Whiskey just came out of you. I feel like this is the advice I always get. I just say what's on my mind, and I often have to be like, I don't know where that came from. It just came out.
It's just yep.
So Pixie Whip performs live next.
Celebrating all things local talent.
This is Spotlight SA, exclusive to the Hit 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Good Up FM's Hit 30 with me, Danilo Acquisto, it's Pixie Whip with her brand new single coming out in March. It's called Cinnamon Whiskey.
And I went to the water where I saw life. And that's when I found her at the edge of a knife. Don't tell me to go steady. I know things that you don't. And I don't think we should stop needing. And I don't think we should stop needing. Maybe you'll be fine. Maybe you'll be just fine. It's okay to cry. Just give me cinnamon whiskey and cream in my coffee. And I swear I found a way to love myself. I swear I think I'm above the law and above my health. Sometimes I'm at the edge of a knife. And I don't think we should stop needing. And I don't think we should stop needing. Maybe you'll be fine. Maybe you'll be just fine. It's okay to cry. Just give me cinnamon whiskey and cream in my coffee till I die. Till and I swear I swear I found a way. Maybe you'll be fine. Maybe you'll be just fine. It's okay to cry. Just give me cinnamon whiskey and cream in my coffee.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you very
Pixie
much.
Whip! Girl,
Thank you.
that is so dope. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
What a
Yeah.
track. When is it out?
On the 7th of March.
Go and check it out, ladies
Check it
and
out,
gents.
pre-save. Go on my socials. You'll find all the pre-save stuff, everything there.
And any more releases from the EP and album that we can expect?
No, so just doing 2 singles, which is this next one coming out, and then the full EP will be out in April, and then there'll be 4 songs on there.
As Pixie Whip steps out of the building,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, her
Thanks for
track.
having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. So lucky to have you with us today on the Hit 30. Go and check it out all over social media. Pixie Whip steps out of the building today on Spotlight SA.
Feel it. For more, tune in to goodhopefm.co.za.
It's all you need.